What's up, guys? I got the keys here back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about why your manifestations are taking so long. Okay. So, if you've been constantly affirming, until your throat is dry, you've been visualizing until your head hurts, and you're constantly checking your reality to see if it's shown up yet, right? I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Okay. Best advice I could ever give you is right there. Because you are accidentally pushing away your desires. Okay. Um, in the physical world, action creates a reaction, right? You do something and something happens. Um, so if you want a massive physical transformation, you go and you go and hit 300 push-ups, or you go to the gym and bust out a nice workout, right? But in the spiritual world, right? Mental labor is a sign of lack. Okay. So this means we don't need to constantly try to hold the mind in some place. Okay. Um, Forcing a manifestation, right, is proof that you don't have it yet. Okay. Um, it's basically proof that you don't believe it's already yours. Right. Um, Creation is already finished. Right. And we understand this from Neville Goddard's terms if you've ever studied him. But, you don't create through sheer willpower. All right. You simply select it. That's the best way that I can put that, right? And it sounds so simple, right? It's like, oh yeah, I just choose. But that's really how it is. Um so cast the burden onto the universe or God source. Um and step out of the way, take your ego out of the way. Let God handle it. You already know it's yours, so it'll come when it's destined for you to have it, right? Um for example, if you look in a mirror and you don't like your expression, right? You don't punch the mirror or try to grab the mirror and rearrange it. You just change your face, right? Um, and your expression automatically changes because you changed your face, right? Um, Trying to force the physical world is like trying to change the mirror, right? Um, so when we want something so badly, it creates an energetic imbalance because now you're telling the universe that you don't have it. You're saying, you're basically saying, hey, I don't have this yet. I need this. I need this. And there's this big attachment, right? Um, God always seeks for balance and equilibrium. So it will create circumstances to balance things out, right? Um, so in order to keep the universe balanced, it will actually push your desire out of the way if you're in this desperate state of neediness. Um, so how do you actually drop the importance of the manifestation or the thing you're desiring? Um, it's really by shifting your state of being. And I've said this before, and I know it sounds a lot simpler in words, and I know it can be a challenge, but trust me, okay? Um, if you can shift from seeking to already having or occupying the state of the wish fulfilled, right? The thing already being here. Who is the person that already has it? Um, for example, when you have a guaranteed asset or an inevitable move, or you have a done deal on the horizon, right? You have something that's already planned, set up, and ready to go. You're not sitting there questioning how it's going to get here. You're not sitting there questioning um, or obsessing over it 24/7, right? Because you know it's already yours. So, you just go on about your day, you go and eat your food, you work out, you live your life, you do work, and you just move on, right? That's how we do that. So, what I want you to do is to set up an imaginal scene in your mind, okay? At least once or twice a day. You don't have to force yourself to do this. Um, but the best times are either in the morning when you wake up or before bed, because this is when you're in the most programmable states of mind. Now, you can do it at other times of the day. I'm just saying these are the best times. Um, all you need to do is make it a short 5-second scene, right? That you can loop and implies that your ultimate vision is already a fact or already is fulfilled. Um, Whenever the old story or the doubts pop up, what I want you to do is not fight them. Do not try to affirm over them for an hour. Okay? This does not help. Um, all you need to do is simply smile, drop the thought, okay, and say internally, thank you. It's already handled, right? Thank you. I already know it's handled. That's all you need to say internally. This actually immediately casts away any burden of not having or of lack, right? So instead of exhausting your energy on mental chatter and the looping and the spinning, you want to channel that intense focus into your physical self-discipline or your workouts or creating your art or your niche, your talent, whatever it is. Okay. um let your body move while your mind is resting in that state. Okay, because the version of you that has everything you want isn't stressed out trying to manifest it. They're very relaxed, they're calm, they're steady, they're peaceful because they know it is theirs. So if you want to dive deeper into this, okay, um, into shifting your internal state and cutting out the mental noise, then I do one-on-ones, okay? All you need to do is go down in my description and go to the email that is down there. There will be a little saying to as to what to do, and I'm going to give you basically kind of instructions here. So basically all I need you to do is send me your name and a short description of what you're going through. And we will get something set up, in the future, okay? Um And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment of something you're going to stop forcing today. Okay. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.